Hey everybody, I'm Rob.
And I'm Chris, and this is Ultimate Fan Pass.
Spec Edition.
We've traveled here to New York City, more specifically Times Square.
Times Square.
Ultimate Fan Pass is your inside glimpse into the things that people are fanatical about, why they're fanatical about them, and who these fans are.
We're going to travel the country finding fans of everything and why they're fans of that thing.
Travel the country, travel the world. And you know, Rob?
What?
You might even travel the universe. You're going to see us visit Hair on Broadway.
Hair on Broadway.
And also Awesome 80s Prom off Broadway.
Oh man, we're going back to '82. That was my year.
Your year? Like the year you graduated high school?
No, like just my year in general.
You were old.
Well, Chris, what are we waiting for? Let's go.
Let's go.
Hi, I'm Rob Gordon, and I'm a comedian.
And I'm Chris Booth, and I'm an illustrator.
And this is Ultimate Fan Pass, where Chris and I travel the country searching for the ultimate fans
and the things they love. We are at the Hair on Broadway Lottery.
The lottery. Now what's a lottery, Chris?
Well, the lottery is a great way for people to get low-cost tickets day of at any Broadway show. You come to the theater, you put your name in at the box office, and then they draw the names out. Anyone who gets their name drawn gets to get into the show, gets great tickets at a low, low price.
This is for the biggest fans of Hair. So they all go and they wait in line, and it's a big to-do when they get the tickets at a discount rate. So let's meet some of those fans.
Kristen, what's so special about the show here?
It speaks to my hippie roots, and you know, it's a story of my parents' generation.
When was the first time you saw Hair or heard the soundtrack? Or, I'm sorry, cast album. I apologize.
It wasn't until my junior year of college.
Oh, okay. And what, do you have like a first memory of Hair, and was there something about it, like, was it the song Aquarius that touched your heart, or was it the hair, was it the subject matter?
It was the subject matter. I was taking a class about the Vietnam War at the time with a professor who had served in the war, and at a pacifist college, so there was a lot of of tension there.
But don't you find it a little bit odd that people just randomly break out in song? I mean, that's the one thing that I've never really gotten about musicals, Rob, is that one minute you're talking, and then next minute you're singing, and then you're talking, and then people are dancing, and everyone, no one acknowledges any of it.
Did you grow up in the 60s, Chris?
I did not grow up in the 60s.
They used to break out into song all the time. Did you go to Woodstock?
I thought those were protests. I was wrong.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Kristen, thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you.
So, how many times have you two seen Hair?
I saw the original in 1969.
And what was it about this show that makes it so different from other shows?
Well, no, I thought the original version was so great. It just was such a period piece that I felt that this should be as good, you know, and just something to witness.
Now, when you saw the show originally, like I've been listening to the cast album a lot recently, and the thing that strikes out to me is the themes and how controversial they must have been in 1968.
And they were.
And were you a little bit like, oh boy?
Yeah, well, you know, when in that era, you're a product of the 60s, and you know, it was the anti-war and everything like that. So,
we lived through that.
Yeah, so it was really a controversial play.
So did you guys know any characters like the people in the show?
Oh, absolutely. We used to just hang around with people like that.
What's your name?
Joe.
Joe, are you telling me that you used to get naked in Central Park?
I didn't get naked in Central Park, but you know, we did have some crazy times.
Are you going to get naked in Central Park tonight after the show?
I don't think so.
Are you going to get naked during the show, Joe? That's what we want to know.
I mean, it looks like you're ready to go.
Yeah, I think so. Hey everybody, I'm Rob.
And I'm Chris, and this is the Ultimate Fan Pass.
And we are going back to the 80s with the Awesome 80s Prom! Woo! Today, we're going back to the 80s with Awesome 80s Prom right here at Webster Hall in New York City.
All right, so what's so awesome about the 80s, Rob? I mean, one off, you had Reaganomics, that was terrible. Okay. Also, you had the Russians trying to take over the world, that was scary. And then there was like the threat of nuclear war every single day.
All right, yeah, but you're forgetting hair bands and Thomas Dolby.
That's very true. Hair bands were good, and I do like me some Thomas Dolby.
Yep, she blinded me with science, but what about the A-Team?
Oh, the A-Team.
What you talking about, sucker? So let's go back to the 80s.
Hey guys, we're right now in Webster Hall, right before the show starts.
Right.
They're still setting up, and there's no audience or cast members on stage yet.
No, not yet. But Webster Hall is a specifically kind of special place because in the 80s, this was where a lot of hot bands used to come in and kind of wreck the place.
Was that the 1880s or the 1980s, Rob?
Actually, both.
Hey, we're here with Lauren. She is a cast member of Awesome 80s Prom. Thanks for talking with us today, Lauren.
Oh, no problem. My pleasure.
So what is it about the 80s that you like so much?
I think that everything involved in the 80s is amazing. I love the clothing is incredible. The scrunchies that really held your hair back were incredible. The media and the movies.
Do you have like a specific genre of 80s music that speaks to you? For example, like pop or the alternative, or you know?
I would say, I'm not sure this is, I guess it's a genre, like 80s love songs.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
That's really great, especially if you're a blind sculptor.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt.
A sculpture of Lionel Richie. That's great.
You're very specific. What kind of fans come to Awesome 80s Prom?
There are a whole bunch of different types of people that come. I'd say that there's a whole bunch of people who just loved the 80s and love dressing up 80s.
And they want to go back to it, or are they people that are like, when I was a kid, I used to dress up like a hippie from the 60s because I wanted to live in the 60s. Do you think, is it like teenagers that want?
Well, I think for a lot of people that are a little bit older, maybe the 80s were like the best times of their lives.
I hear that.
So they definitely want to like re-experience it. I think that there's a whole bunch of younger, teenagers now that didn't live through the 80s, but they want to experience it because they've seen the clothes and they
know every word.
Scrunchy, exactly.
They know the words to all of the songs.
Yeah, exactly.
There were like 12-year-olds singing Bon Jovi, and I was exactly.
And now here we go with the Ultimate Fan Pass as Rob becomes part of the Awesome 80s Prom.
Yes! And now here with a few words is your Prom King nominee and captain of the football team, Mr. Blake Williams with Joshua Beaver Rescue.
Yo, what's up, Beavers? Hey, can I get a...
But there is an I in leader.
And there's an A in coach.
We had a tough season this year. Some might even call it a losing season.
So Chris, how do you like the 80s now?
I think the 80s are pretty awesome. Let's go. Hey everybody, I'm Chris.
And I'm Rob Gordon.
And you just watched the Ultimate Fan Pass.
Thanks for hanging out with us.